Welcome to Family DIY TV. Today we're gonna be testing this thing out. This is from Home Armor. I bought this from Lowe's, my own money, not sponsored or anything like that. What this claims is basically this will clean your siding. I have aluminum siding that's painted. And it's about 30 years old. You really can't power wash it. If you power wash it or soft wash it, you have to soft wash it. So that's why I'm thinking this is better, because if you power wash it, you'll actually blow the paint off of it. I was first gonna look at the ones where you hook the hose up to, where they come with the bottle. This is sort of an example, but like you hook the hose up and it sprays out. I've used those in the past. Honestly, not a huge fan of them. First of all, you never know, like my first problem is with those is you never know when they're out of like the soap. The other part is they usually leak. So as they fill up and you're using it and you're moving it, it's maneuvering it, it gets heavy and it starts leaking, and it's kind of a mess. I liked the way that this form factor was because it seemed to be a lot less likely to leak, also a lot more comfortable. Because look, I'm just holding it, the hose is hanging. I guess I'll prove that when I'm using it. So it has an on and off switch, okay? On, off, and rinse. The soap on, rinse would be rinsing, and off would be off. Pretty simple, straightforward. And then you have your different nozzles up here, which I really like. I normally would not buy into something gimmicky like this. Reason being is it's proprietary. You have to buy, it comes with one, but you have to buy their refills. The thing that got me though is that it claims that one refill, says it right here, is equal to 15 gallons. So let's see. I'm using 5 different spots. I have the before and after. We're gonna use it in front of my house, up high on some siding that was being hidden by a tree. Removed the tree and it was all like moldy. I'm gonna use it on some brick. We're gonna use it on a soffit that's 2 stories up. And then we're gonna come back, show you how it did. So let's load this thing up. All right, so I bought a refill. And this cost 20 bucks for the kit with one, and then a refill was 15. So if this works, probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait till probably the end of the season, and if it does work, I'm just gonna buy a refill, because I'll probably have them on sale for like 10 bucks and just put it away and keep it kind of together. So instantly I smell chlorine. So I'm assuming probably the way that this thing works is it's probably chlorine tablets in there. So the water goes through this, dissolves, and sprays on your yard, or sprays on whatever you're cleaning. So we'll take this out. Oh, you actually screw the soap, or whatever you want to call it, into this head, and then you insert everything in like this. And it's got a nice seal there so it won't leak. This is something you're probably going to want to bring inside the house because it does have this seal. This is something that would leak after a while. But there you go. You're going to connect this to the hose and see how it works. All right, so we're just going to screw this on. Make sure that rubber's in there, because that will keep it from leaking. And we're just going to put this on. And that's all you're working with. So it's I think it's a lot more maneuverable, a lot lighter. And this shouldn't be leaking all over the place, which I kind of despise when things are leaking. So I want to make sure I put this to the off position. Let that sit. This side got a little wet, but I think we'll be able to tell. They were pretty much the same. Oh, you can already tell actually. All right, so it's been 10 minutes. Let's go see. So without even rinsing, this is what it looks like, but let's get the rinse going. So up here, it's still pretty black. It's not getting that up there. So I'm gonna have to, it's definitely lighter. I'll put it before and after. I probably should just keep doing them, but where it really shined was over here. I did have to do 2 coats, but it's a lot cleaner. It looks great now. I think if you have a lightly soiled house, what I'm finding is one of those cartridges probably could do the entire house. You may want to get two, but I've been doing the gutters. I did all inside here, this whole thing, and multiple coats, because this literally hasn't ever been like power washed or cleaned. So I think one would actually get you through a whole house, but you probably want to get two. I'm going to keep going. I'm actually going to get up there with a power washer, and a light power wash to try to get rid of this stuff that's up there that I don't think this will do. Or maybe if I did like 10 coats, it probably would eventually get it out of there. But yeah, power washer. Well, I didn't want to take this out, but this is the Vevor telescoping power washer. So this is basically a power washer. You clean your gutters. But I'm going to be using probably this nozzle. And I'm going to hook this up. Now we're going to use the power washer. Turned it down to the lowest setting. Okay. And we got this wand, right? So check this out. This is a wand, and I'm going to be able to use this up there. So white tip, which is 40 degrees. It's like the least abrasive. So let's see. I'm going to stay far away.
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. For this is obviously pretty bad.
So final thoughts here on this contraption here from Home Armor. For a deep clean, it's probably not going to be the most efficient, right? But for maintenance, I think it's actually a really good idea, because for like a 2,500 square foot house, if you bought like one of these a year and you just put this in here and you kept up on it, like every year you washed your house down, most likely you're only going to need one of these, and this is going to like get all the crap off of your siding. Now, if you're like me and you haven't power washed your house in 5-6 years, it needs a really deep clean, you may need to step up the game a little bit, use this maybe once, then go around, get the rest of the stuff off with the power washer. That Vevor thing I have, I'll put a link to that down below. The thing is awesome. It also hooks in and cleans your gutters as well, which is really neat. You just have to turn the power washer all the way down. But for like a maintenance tool, I really like the idea of this. I think it's a great idea. And like I said, you probably should pick these up in the winter. I'm assuming they're like $15 now. You probably get them for like 10. So I would give this, for maintenance wise, probably going to work very well. For very tough stuff, it's not going to work as well for that. As you can see in my soffit up there, it didn't get all that out, but I had to get up there with a power washer. But now I feel like if I just do this once a year, it'll be good. So I'll put a link to this as well. You can pick this up at Lowe's. I'm Mike, Found with UI TV. Please leave me a comment if you have any questions, and I'm out. Hit that subscribe button.